My name is Kapur and I run the biggest travel and credit hacking community. I have helped over 4,400 people achieve location freedom and financial freedom through utilizing their credit cards the correct way. We've helped people get access to funding of over hundreds of thousands, open American Express cards, be able to just utilize their credit cards the correct way. That's what we're good at and that's what we help people with. So in this video, I've decided to go over some of the most frequently asked questions that I get regarding our program Credit Club 2.0. So let's dive straight into it and answer the first question that was sent over on the FAQ. How long till I can get my American Express card open? So, great question. How long till you get your American Express card open? Well, every person's situation is different. I can't say that, if you join the program, we can get your card open straight away. No, that's not the case. That's why we do phone calls. That's why there's a system in place where if you are interested to join the program, we first do a phone call with you, see if we can actually help you out. If we can, wicked, we onboard you. If not, we'll be like, look, go work on X, Y, and Z. And once you fix that, you can join us. We don't just let anyone join. Now, that being said, we do help with credit repair and we do help people with great credit. So let's say you've got good credit, no negatives here and there, you've got a pretty clean credit file, your score is in the 700 range or more, then you should be good to go. And we could probably open your American Express within the first 24 hours of you joining the program. We've done this for countless people, probably over thousands of people. We've opened their card within 24 hours of joining the program, as long as their credit is healthy enough for us to do so. Now, if your credit isn't healthy, we will help repair your credit and get you to that position to open the card. Now, that can take up to 1 week, 2 months, 3 months. That's the longest I've kind of seen it, but by the 3-month mark, we would have repaired your credit and been able to apply for the card. So the next question I got asked is, how does the support system work and course, and how long do I have access to this? Now, that's a great question. So how does the support system and course work? So within Credit Club 2.0, you get access to all the videos and they're on our video hosting platform. It's about currently 50 videos, 52 videos. It goes in depth on everything you need to know from A to Z about credit, and we break it down very easily so you can understand. What you also get access to is a one-to-one support system, which I guess what this person was asking. And that support system is there for you to ask personalized questions. And I always say this to everyone, everyone's credit is completely different from each other's. My credit is different to yours is different to another member's. So that's why we've created one-to-one group chats, so you can basically ask those questions that are, specific to your credit profile rather than get generic answers from everyone else. So that's what the one-to-one group chat is. In there, we help you open your cards. If you have any questions about flights you're looking to catch, for example, let's say you're going on a flight in 2 weeks, you can ask us in the chat, hey guys, I'm looking to go on this flight. Can you find me a good deal? We'll go out there and look for it for you. And within the group chat, you will be in there, but also 2 of our credit specialists, and their job is to answer any questions you have, and they're there to specifically help you out. So another thing the person was asking was, how long does this kind of last? And it's lifetime. We've helped, we've been around for about 3.5 years now. And, we've got members from 3 years ago still messaging today, and we treat them with the same amount of love and help as someone that's recently joined. And the reason is because we're a family. We literally are here to help you out. And what tends to happen is, yes, the support is a lifetime, but what I tend to see is once people figure it out and they completely crack the code and go out there and catch their first business class flight, they don't really message as much. They might message us, once in a blue moon to send us a photo of them on a business class flight, or, show us their credit limit, when they've surpassed 100K. But it is a lifetime support system if you need it. But what tends to happen is, after 1.5 years, people, don't really use their group chats as much because they've got the results they're looking for. But we are always there to help you. And the next question is, will I get my return on investment joining you guys, and how long will it take? All right, so I hate the whole word of return on investment, but I understand where you guys are coming from because you're investing in yourselves. With Credit Club 2.0, we don't really generate you money. And I always say this to everyone, if you're looking to make money, stay away from us. We're not here to promise you to make 10K, 20K, 30K a month. This is not a money-making program. Whereas on the other hand, we're gonna save you a goddamn load of money. And I always say this to everyone, you will save so much money on interest, on your flights and your hotels. And this person kind of asked, when will I get my return on investment? Well, if you've got good credit and we can open your American Express card as soon as possible for you, you can probably be on your first business class flight within 1.5 months of joining the program. I've had people be able to do it in an even faster time frame, but I like to downplay everything and say the latest you'll be able to get on your first business class flight in a month and a half. I've had members that have got on their first business class flight in 2 weeks of joining. Yeah, in about a month and a half, you get your return on investment, because if you look at it, the cost of a business class flight is around £3,000 to £4,000, which is above what we obviously charge you guys. So you'll be able to get your return on investment within just literally getting on your first business class flight, which would be in about 2 weeks to maximum like a month and a half, as long as you have good credit. If you have bad credit, it will take a little bit of a longer time, because we need to repair and rebuild your credit. But that being said, you know, just you getting on one business class flight is you making your money back since joining the program, because a business class flight varies from £3,000 to £4,000. So hopefully that answers that question. And let's see what the next question is, guys. I'm kind of free throwing this, just literally set up the camera, had some food, and I was like, let's get this video out the park for you guys and answer some of these frequently asked questions. So the next one is, can I travel for free? Yeah, so the whole concept of traveling for free and can I travel unlimited is the fact that, let me kind of get this out the park. You can't fly unlimited amounts. It's unrealistic. I say this to everyone, like, it's ridiculous to think that you're going to be flying, you know, every single week. No, that's not the case, but you are able to fly a substantial amount. I mean, on average, our members fly about 5 to 6 times in business class for free. Now, talking about the free part, it all depends on where you're flying and flying in and out of. Now, you're still getting really good deals, but for example, let me put it this way. If you're flying out of London to another country, you're going to have to pay the fuel charges and the taxes for that flight. Now, the fuel charges and taxes that you pay are very, very minimal compared to what the flight would actually cost. So let's say you're catching a flight from London to Dubai, very simple example. The fuel charges and taxes for a flight like that in business class would be around £300, in first class would be around £400. So you're still getting that flight for literally 10% the actual cost of what it would cost you. So you're getting a really good deal. So it won't be free, but you're getting it for basically cheaper than economy, because an economy flight from London to Dubai with Emirates is about £500, £600. So that's kind of how it is about flying for free. Now, if you were flying out of somewhere like America or a tax-free zone, you wouldn't really be paying that much on your taxes or fuel charges, or you won't be paying anything at all. So your charge will be £0, so your ticket will be completely free. So it all just depends on where you're flying from, but still you're getting really, really good prices. Now, for hotels, it's completely different. You get that for completely free and you just use your points. Now, what is the next question? What is a good credit score? Now, this is something I get asked all the time, and I feel like a broken record because I've spoke about this so many times. Your score does not matter. It is just an indicator to let you know whether you're in the good range or the bad range. What actually matters is your credit report. If you have any negatives on there, if your details are correct, if your name matches, if you have, you know, any defaults, CCJs, missed payments, these are the most important things, not your score. Now, for those that are very, you know, adamant on getting a 999 score, I say go for it. We can help you get that, and we've helped plenty of people get a 999 score. But to answer your question, what is a good credit score, if I was to put my finger on a number, would be anything above a 700 score. Like anything above a 700 score, you're probably doing something good. Now, if it's below 700, there's definitely some sort of negative on your credit file that's pushing you below the 700 mark. So as long as your credit's above 700, you're doing pretty good for yourself. Now, the next question I got asked was, is Credit 101 worth watching? Well, that's a very bad question to ask me because I'm going to be biased. Credit 101 is amazing. I personally think it's one of the best things we've created because it gives you, you know, a taster and an introduction to the whole credit world, because a lot of people don't know much about credit. So it kind of gives you that introduction of what you'd be able to achieve and drops a whole load of gems. And we've actually got this little section in Credit 101, which is hidden gems. And there's about 11 videos which go into detail on all the hidden gems you need to know for free, basically. So, I mean, in my eyes, it's a no-brainer to watch it. It's free. Go get some free knowledge. And I've had plenty of people message me in the past and be like, bro, you should be charging for Credit 101 because there is so much knowledge in there and I would have paid for that information. So if that kind of doesn't answer your question, go and watch it. I mean, no brainer. I always say watch 101 before you join 2.0 if you don't know much about credit. But if you do know about credit quite a lot, maybe you can skip 101. Now, the next question I got asked is, I have bad credit, can you help with that? And yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, we do help with credit repair. It's something we're good at. We've literally removed thousands of negatives, thousands of defaults, missed payments. Now, when it comes to stuff like CCJs and CIFAS markers, we do help with them, but they're very difficult to remove. And I'm a very honest person, and I say this to everyone. I'm like, look, before you join, know what you're getting yourself into. Something like a CCJ and a CIFAS marker to remove have removal chances of about 60% with us, but stuff like defaults and missed payment, we remove all the time. They're not a problem. So it all depends on how bad your credit is and how much repair is necessary. So yeah, we can help with obviously your credit repair, but it all depends on how bad your credit is and how willing you are to obviously invest and get those negatives removed. Now, our next question, and I think it is the final question. Yes, it is the final question. Is the American Express worth the annual fee? Great question. Actually, crazy enough, I just had one of my members waive the annual fee. So when you join Credit Club 2.0, you don't need to worry about the annual fee because we teach you how to waiver that. And funnily enough, one of my members recently literally just sent me a photo of them removing the £650 annual fee that they'd have to pay with the Platinum card, following the techniques that we teach. And I'll try to throw that somewhere up on the screen so you could see her, doing that and how it's possible. So yeah, the annual fee is worth it, even if it's not wavered. Look, let's think we couldn't teach you how to waiver that annual fee and you are actually supposed to pay it. I personally, in my eyes, think it's absolutely worth it. Why? Because you get so much perks. Now, it's not worth it if you don't know how to use the card. And I always say this to everyone, if you're not using your card correctly, you're not going to benefit, and you better just not pay that annual fee, because £650 for something like the Business Platinum card is really, really hefty. Even the Business Gold has a £195 annual fee after the first year. So these are quite large sums of money that you'd have to pay towards them. However, if you use it correctly and just book one business class flight, you get your money back from those American Expresses. And if you know how to use those cards correctly the way we teach you, you should ideally be getting on about 5 to 6 business class flights a year. That being said, in my eyes, I genuinely think the annual fee is definitely worth it if you know how to use the card correctly. Now, I'm going to kind of wrap up the video because those were some of the standout questions I got from the FAQ that I posted on my Instagram and in the Telegram. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if you do want to have access to the masterclass that I was talking about, that'd be Credit 101, which is the free course. So you can check that out by clicking the link in the bio, and it will give you access to the free course, which is Credit 101. Go through it. It goes into depth about everything you need to know about the basics. And if you already know about the basic information about Credit 101 and you know credit pretty well, book a call in with us and get yourself on Credit Club 2.0. Any questions you have, drop them down in the comment section. I will answer them, and hopefully I see you on the other side.